So we really loved the idea of having a bookstore in downtown. It's very much an important piece of a community. Out of that idea came Epilogue. We wanted to make it the bookstore where she brings her strengths to it as a writer. So that's the bookstore piece. And we wanted to bring our family culture into it, which is the cafe piece. I'm from Mexico. We have churros and chocolate as part of our culture. Our travels also came into play. In visiting places like in Colombia, in Bogota, or going to Spain and hanging out in Madrid in the Plaza Mayor. Families gather around churrerias. It's a thing to do. Go get a churro, go get some chocolate, enjoy it. And we very much wanted to be that type of space, a space when you can come with your family, with your friends, and enjoy a cup of chocolate with bread. That family room for the community where you can just come enjoy the company of somebody or not, and enjoy a good book.
Or not.
So that's how we came up with this blended idea.
And also I think it was because it was something that Franklin Street needed as students, and we're very busy. We're all very busy, and I think we need a place to come and pause. And there used to not be so many cafes in the area without a bookstore. There really wasn't that space to just enter and stay and enjoy yourself. Instead, it was always go to the next place. So we wanted to be a place where you could enjoy it.
Yes.
Like, we want to be a good space, a positive influence on the community and on our own employees and our clients. And
community doesn't stop at clients.
yeah,
Our employees, we are part of the community. We as owners have a responsibility to all of those stakeholders to make sure we create this thing the right way. From a wage standpoint for the employees, from providing healthcare for our employees, to making sure that our customers always feel welcome, that they have a space that they can come in, and hopefully we will know what you want to drink before you even ask for it.
at some point, yes.
You come in, my vision is to come into the store, see a customer, and hey, did you check out this book? Because I know you love it.
That's why we moved here. It sounds silly, but it's true. A big part of why we chose this community was because it has a bookstore downtown. And we have Flyleaf, which is a lovely bookstore, but it is not right at the center. And I feel like communities that value literacy and value more community ideas tend to have a bookstore nearby. That's how they share stories. That's how we empathize with others. If we don't know their story, is we can read it. And so I feel like that's a completely necessary part of a community that wants to be what Chapel Hill says it wants to be.
What she said. We got to a point in our lives where we wanted to find a beautiful community to be part of. We did our homework because we knew we had a baby on the way, or we wanted to have a baby on the way.
It's like
I digress. So we searched for communities that had a bookstore, that had that diversity in their community, that had a government that cared for their community. We ended up with 3 choices. We visited all 3. We fell in love with Chapel Hill instantly because the people at the visitor center were so welcoming. In walking down, you saw diversity in the people that matriculated around campus. The programs that the city has around public transportation. We know that there's a lot.
The arts.
And around the arts, yes.
And Carrboro being right next to us was a big part of it too, because of the arts. Because Carrboro very much focuses on that.
So after visiting all 3, it was an easy decision to say we want to be part of this.
We went through a lot of different names actually, but I guess when I think of Epilogue, I always think of what comes next. It's kind of like the end of the story where you want to know more. You always want to know more. And I felt like, as far as books, what comes next? We're focusing on small presses and people whose voices aren't always heard or haven't been heard previously in the mainstream. And we are hoping to amplify that. And therefore, what comes next? They do. I think that's what is important. As far as it's desserts. So what comes next? You have a meal, you have dessert. Like it just kind of flowed for everything and
That we were
kind of
trying to do.
encompassed what we were trying to do. Very rarely is the epilogue a sad ending to the story. It's usually something uplifting even after a sad ending. So I think we wanted to be that positive space, and that kind of encompassed it.
Well, one, we have books. So we already have a differentiator in that we have a combination business. Add on the fact that we are bringing our strength in the heritage that we have as a mixed family with the food that we're bringing in. We know that we want to make this space a very much a community space, not just a place that you come to eat, not just a place where you just come and get coffee, but a place that you can get something more out of it as a community. I can't speak and say that might not be part of what other cafes do, but we know that we are very much focused on that, on the arts, on the people, and our churros. I'm sorry, I'm really hungry.